Welcome everybody to Chia Toronto. It's great to see so many faces from you, Like I know half of you at least from online, and it's great to finally be able to put real people to the name tags that we meet on the internet every day. Today, I'm not going to talk about Mint Garden, I'm not going to talk about marmots, but I'm going to talk about the project that I've been working on most of my time the last few months, which is actually the Chia Cloud Wallet. And since that wallet is going to be driving a lot of the things that are coming to Chia the next few months and until the end of the year, I thought it would be a good idea to just look at what is already there and what's going to come to that system to be able to handle the new kinds of users that we're getting, how to make custody even simpler while also making it way more powerful. And to do that, I actually just had the crazy idea to do a live demo. I know that's always a great idea to do live demos, but let's just try. So the great thing about the Cloud Wallet is that it is a normal website. It's not something you have to download. There's nothing that you have to register. Yes, you have to register, but there's nothing you have to run yourself to have a wallet on Chia. The only thing you do is you go to the website. In that case, it's the testnet version. You can do that today. It's publicly available. So you go to vault.chiatest.net, and you can create a Chia vault on testnet today with that. I'm not going to do it now because it has like email verification. But if you look at what the screen asks of you, if you want to sign in, it just wants to use a passkey, and to set that up, you just provide your email. So it's like any other normal Web 2 web application. You provide an email, you verify that, and you're good to go. And as soon as you are signed in, the only thing you do, and I'm just going to do it right here because my sessions got locked out. The only thing that you will see is this screen, and I'm going to make that a bit bigger. So it allows you to create a vault. And a vault is a special kind of Chia wallet, whereas in your normal Chia wallet, you have a key. You have a public-private key pair, and you create that from a seed phrase. In the Cloud Wallet, you don't do that. You have a thing on-chain, which is a singleton. We don't have to talk about that. But it's a thing on-chain that you control that allows you to be a wallet while also having special properties. Like you can change the signer. You can change the public key that is actually responsible of authorizing the thing. You can have recovery mechanisms that when you lose your one key, you can recover it with another key. And there's a lot of other properties that you can do with that. But the other thing is that there are different types of devices that you can use to sign stuff for a vault. One thing is a passkey. That's like a thing that is on your computer, or like a YubiKey. You can use those. Or, and you see that right here, there is the Chia Signer app. And that's an iPhone or Android app. I have it right here. You basically just sign the QR code, and it links your phone to that account. And with that, your phone is now the signer of that wallet. So anytime you want to do anything with that wallet, your phone gets asked, hey, do you really want to do that? And since the key is never able to leave your phone, it's very hard to steal. It's very hard to compromise. Like, if anything is guaranteed in the security space, is that Apple is probably one of the hardest targets to crack. And so having your key in a secure element of an iPhone is better than most of the other solutions that we have. And if you link that to your Cloud Wallet, it looks something like the one I have right here. Sorry, I have to stall because it locked me out. It looks like this. You have a normal wallet. It has a balance. It has an address. It is usable just like another Chia wallet. But as soon as you want to send something, and I can show that right here by using my Sage wallet and send the transaction. And I bet it's not going to work, but I will try it anyway. Gotta use a fee on testnet. Gonna send it. And the thing that should happen now is that I will get a signature request. You cannot see that because it's small, but when I open that up, it says, do you want to authorize a transfer to some other address? I can double check that. It wants to transfer 0.01 XCH, and I can just press sign transaction right on my phone. If I do that right now, it asks for my Face ID, so just to double check, it says signing successful, and it also says that right behind me. So with that, I signed a transaction on my phone, on the Chia Vault that I have set up with Cloud Wallet, and that's not the only thing. So with that, it's a normal wallet. I have one key. I can recover it, but if I look into the juicy things that are not released yet or not accessible yet, you can set up the vault with multiple keys. You can ask your contacts to provide a key. They can provide different types of keys. You can restrict which types of keys they should provide. And you can also tell how many of those keys have to be there to sign a transaction. You can also have multiple recovery mechanisms. And with that, you should be able to secure all the millions and billions that you want to bring on chain. And with that, I am done with my talk. Thank you for listening. Again, if you have any questions, we probably got a minute or two.
How does recovery work?
How does recovery work? That's a very good question. No, for real. So the first and most simple version is that you click Recover Vault, and it will actually just ask you for a recovery phrase. In this case, when setting up the vault, it gives you 24 words, just like your normal Chia wallet would do too. But in a normal Chia wallet, that is your custody key. That is the one that is allowed to spend all your funds. Whereas in this case, this key is only allowed to recover your vault. It's not allowed to spend your stuff. It's only able to change the main key of your vault. And it only, there's another fact, there's a time lock. So in this case, it takes 12 hours to complete. And you will get an email as soon as you initiate that. So if I initiate that, paste in my 24 words, I'll get an email, recovery initiated. And if I didn't do that, if somebody got into my safe at home, picked the 24 words, entered them, I got an email, I just go to my phone and say, no. And with that, it's canceled. So it's a way to get back into the account if I lose my phone, but it's also a way to not lose my account if somebody gets access to that. And of course, you can scale it up. You can have 3 out of 5 vaults that are allowed to recover one very specific, very powerful vault. Or you could have an institution that has a vault that is then allowed to recover, and it has a time lock of 7 days. And so you can build very different custody setups with that without changing the primitives. The primitives allow it all, or most of it. I hear there's a V3 coming.